I slept 3 nights on the roof of the English faculty library, dazed somewhat by the unusual first time without a roof, polish of the stars shining down on my sleeping bag. I was just about to start a journey of discovery in the real United Kingdom.
So I find that really fascinating, that idea that he is somehow, at that point, if he is, whether it's Marechera himself talking about his own experiences, maybe we can say a little bit about to what extent you think it is based on his own experiences or not, but him having somehow, he's become homeless in Oxford, separated himself from that college, which, as you say, is just literally just down the street, from this building to an extent, and yet still attached to the building. He's still here, sleeping on the roof, and he's sort of simultaneously kind of separated from it, but also still a part of it. So do you think, is there a part of that narrator speaking those words who is wishing still to be part of the institution, or is he deliberately sort of using the building in a way that it's not supposed to be used, as a kind of, in a way, a sort of disruptive way, I suppose, a kind of illogical way?
To a lot of extent, Marechera is, I think, at least at the beginning, or in his younger years, is a creature of habit. He gravitates towards people he knows, communities he knows, and I think when the fissures with the college begin, and he is pretty much becoming homeless, he goes to the places he knows, and the Faculty of English, in a lot of ways, is one of those places. So there's a kind of comfort to sleep outside the library of all these like writers and people that he founds influence in, that he reads, that he connects himself to, and I think in a lot of ways it is fascinating that he needs the proximity to the library for sustenance. That is not something he necessarily talks about in the book, because what he does in the book is that he creates a community of outsiders, of malcontents, people who have just been discarded out of society. So in a sense, he kind of almost animates the library by turning books into characters that he's interacting with. So there's something very fascinating about the situating of the book. And is it real life? I think to some extent it is. We are now talking about autofiction. This is autofiction at its best. There are elements of Marechera that come in and out of the text. So I think we've discussed about Marechera before, where he talks about where he pauses in the narrative and promises to come back to the story. So there's a way in which he's in and out of the narrative is presenting to us. So this kind of, I think the situating at the Faculty of Arts is more than symbolical. It's a sustenance. It's a form of imaginative sustenance that sort of plays out through the characters that are introduced in the book.